guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another recap. Now I've missed episode 7, but I watched both 7 and 8 so I can recap y'all up. So technically I ain't missed nothing. So we're back with another one for Baddies South. So we're gonna get right into it. So as y'all know, because I done seen it all over the internet, whatever, Slim and Krishan and Rolly and Jada. So apparently Slim was still mad that when they went out to the club, Krishan, words were said or whatever, and she threw a water bottle at her. So before they got a chance to head to Nashville, Natalie, she basically had everybody out on the lawn, in the front lawn, and said, like, listen, do y'all have any beef with anybody? So when they got down to Slim or whatever, she was like, nah, I'm still mad at Krishan because she threw a water bottle. So next thing you know, everybody just started squaring up. So Krishan and Slim were going at it. But Rolly, she inserted herself into it. That, she was gonna try to her and Slim was gonna try to tag team Krishan, and Jayla wasn't going for that. So Jayla went in and was going on Rolly. Like during the Scotty's confessional, she was super excited that Jayla hit Rolly first, because it's like she's new to all of it, so she really don't know what side to choose from. So with that being said, them four going at it, like it was just looking crazy. And they basically for a long time, because then it got to the point where Natalie was telling them to listen, calm down, because the sheriff lives literally next door, and we don't want no problem, we don't want to get arrested or whatever the case is, because obviously they're making up a lot of noise in a prominent neighborhood that people will be looking out their window pane and like, listen, what they got going on, and they be quick to call the police. So whatever the case may be, the police actually live next door, so they had to do that. But still, everybody was still trying to just like, did this really just go down? Did Jayla really just beat Rolly? Like, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. And this is all before their cars came to take them to the airport or whatever, because, since they lost the Baddies bus. But yeah, so they're fighting and fighting. Like, you think that Krishan, once them two stopped fighting, the producers and security was holding them back. Krishan was doing her moves like she used to do when she was playing her football, and she was able to get loose. So she, got her little ones and two again in with Slim. Then after that, they eventually broke it up, and Krishan was walking away, and then out of nowhere, Slim comes in, start punching her in her head and stuff like that, and then they was like going at it again. Eventually, they broke it up. Krishan went her way. Slim and Rolly, they were in the house, and the rest of the girls was about to get into the Sprinter, because the Sprinter had just pulled up. So yeah, that was episode 7. Like, bro, it was crazy. So episode 8, it basically continues with them still trying to diffuse the situation and get on the Sprinter and the cars and stuff to get to Nashville, because like they're behind, and it's slowing stuff down because of all the fighting and the bickering and the arguing. It's like, y'all supposed to be grown women, y'all supposed to be about your money, y'all supposed to be about your bag. Like, listen, be on your ball stuff, get what you gotta get done so y'all can dip. Like, y'all fighting like little kids. Like, come on now, you're supposed to be bad, right? Show it in other ways, not with your hands, but still. So yeah, so eventually the girls are divided. So you have, and the crazy thing is, once they all got into the car, Natalie, she left. Her, at first it was Natalie, Persuasion, Bree, because Rolly and Slim were still in the house. So yeah, they were in one car, and then once the other Sprinter had pulled up, Natalie and Persuasion they for some and Bree, for some odd reason, they end up leaving that sprinter and then went to the next one. So basically, it was Rolly, Slim, Bree, Persuasion, and Natalie in one sprinter, and then you have Scotty, who's basically just blindsided by all this stuff, um, and Jayla and Rock, they in the other car, and it's just like they all, both groups, since it's now divided, were basically telling their side of the story, how they think this went down and what this went down. So whatever. They eventually get to Nashville. Before they even get to Nashville, in the airport, they were saying stuff to each other. Supposedly, stuff was being said to Scotty. Scotty basically don't know what's going on because, like she said, she's coming in and she's trying to fill out everybody, but she's not really picking no side. So yeah, they get to the airport. Stuff is being said about her. Long story short, they end up going through their flight. They end up getting in the cars. They get to the house. Get to the house where they're supposed to be at. Come to find out, they have two houses. So everybody's standing outside, divided. So like Jayla and the other girls, and then Natalie and the other girls, they're basically there. And they're trying to come to an agreement. So Natalie basically was like, "What's up? What's up?" Jayla was just like, "Listen, what y'all got going on?" So Trishawn was trying to say, like, "Listen, I'm kind of tired of the fighting too," but Jayla said her two piece, and that was the end of what Krishan had to say. So Jayla was like kind of be like the mouthpiece for her group or whatever the case may be, supposedly. So basically, she told Natalie, like, "Listen, y'all stay over there, we stay over there. You keep your dogs on the leash, and that's just what it is. We can go out later on, hopefully have a good time, and that's just what it is." So everybody agreed to that. So everybody went into their separate quarters. They looked at the houses. It was beautiful on the inside. Everybody got their room. Not Krishan. Slim and Rolly, since they were the ones that went into the house first, they went to their rooms. They both found out they got bunk beds again. In this case, the bunk beds are smaller than what they had at the other house in Charlotte. So they mad about that. Persuasion's room was downstairs, so she was actually by herself. Then you have Natalie and Bree, they're together. Bree's room looked like a coffin, like a room for a vampire. And then Natalie's room is nice, decked out, whatever. So Natalie came to the conclusion that Bree's just going to share her room with her, and they just use Bree's room as a storage before they close stuff like that. Which, I ain't mad with it. That room was big, so they got enough space for the both of them. So yeah, back to the other house. The girls finally get to their house. It's beautiful. It's like, it's late. I think everybody has their own room, so that's a great thing. They also have a rooftop balcony with a pool and a jacuzzi, so it was lit. Krishan was doing the most wild, doing stuff like kids would do, jumping in the jacuzzi, whatever, with no clothes. Well, she ain't lying when she said she don't wear no undergarments. she ain't lie. She didn't lie, because when she got wet, you saw she ain't have nothing, no. Nothing at the top, nothing at the bottom, but still. Yeah, so they were still trying to defuse that situation. Eventually, after they all calmed down and whatever the case may be, Natalie texts Natalie texts Jayla to come and talk, and the girls was just like, kind of iffy about it. But they all decide to get ready. So while they're getting ready, Jayla decides to head over to Natalie's house, and they're talking or whatever the case may be. Natalie, she basically says some things. Jayla says some things. You can see the hurt in Jayla's face when she was her face, and when she was talking, like, it really hurt her that things went the way it did. So basically, Natalie never apologized to or admitted the things that was said about Jayla behind her back to her face or whatever. So some weird way they end up squashing their little beef that they have. But Jayla was still on the fence about how Natalie moves and stuff like that. So it was like, I'm just gonna keep my distance but keep my eye on you at the same time. So they all went their separate ways, got ready, whatever. So they're supposed to be going out on the town for this tractor ride, which is cool and stuff like that. So they all got into the sprint. I'm surprised there was no fight once they got into the sprinter, because you know tension was still high. Like you could cut it with a knife, and all you're gonna hear is crickets. Like, yeah, it was a little bit too tense. But whatever the case would be, they all ended up riding out the tractor. They started having some drinks. They were partying, whatever, but it was still divided. So it was like the girls was over here, and then you got Jayla and the girls over there. They're drinking, dancing and twerking on each other, whatever the case would be. Some of them got in cahoots with each other, but it was still like, I don't know if I should touch you. I don't know if I should be dancing next to you. I don't even know if I should say hi to you. That's the kind of vibes it was given while they was there. But whatever the case may be, they had a good time, and then they all went their separate ways. So I can't wait to see. They also, once they got back to the house, they also picked up on the fake energy that was being construed out while they was having a good time. It was just like it was really tense, like to the point that people was getting like if I don't know if I want to fight again or not vibes, but whatever the case may be, they managed to get through the rest of that day without having a fight, which is a plus. I'm good. I'm down for that. So yeah, with that being said, y'all stay tuned for next week's episode. Oh, it's gonna be real. It's gonna be lit. But yeah, so guys, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.